congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about like what drew you in and why you want to get involved with the project.
Well, this project, as soon as I read anything about it, it was just always so special and just so filled with love. It's a story that, Amy, our director, lived through, and so to be able to be a part of that is just honestly such an honor. It's like an honor to be here, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things when you're like looking at, like the film about, it's got a very important message for people. I think regardless of whether it's like, you have that experience or not.
Absolutely. I mean, I think anyone can resonate with a lot of the characters in this story and just the overall message of the story itself. It's very important, and I love that like film is just bringing us together to like relay this message, honestly.
And now you're having a premiere for the first time here at South by. Like, talk to me about how that feels.
Well, this is actually like my first ever premiere, so I'm really excited.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just so excited, and just I have so much love for this cast and for this crew, and to be here with everybody, especially I haven't really seen a lot of people since we finished like filming. It just feels like a great reunion, and I'm just so excited to see the film.
So Nicholas, talk to me about the film, like your role, like all the basic stuff first.
Yes, the basic stuff. I play Nash, so I'm kind of the boyfriend in the popular group. And it was just awesome, being a part of this project. I feel like a small part of it, but it's all a part of a collective process. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your experience like filming it. Like, what was that like?
It was this has been my first ever real project, actually. So it was going for, thank you. So from 0 to 100, kind of awesome. But I think I was spoiled just a little bit because it was such a wonderful process. Everyone was so kind, so inviting. And so I just felt spoiled, I think, and it was just great because I walked in day one and everyone was just kind and inviting. It was just really great.
Yeah, it must have been like really cool because it sounds like there were a lot of sort of like first timers on this.
Oh yeah, big time. So I felt kind of, excluded but also included because I wasn't, the only one, I guess.
A little less intimidating.
Yes, for sure.
So what are your hopes for the film? I think there's like a very important message in this film. Like,
it is very important.
It,
I hope it's just, well accepted. I can relate to it. It's a movie that a lot of people can relate to, not just, one specific group. So it's all about, what you find personally, attached to it. So I'm excited for people to see it because it's going to be really, really awesome.
That's awesome, and since it's one of your first big roles, it's probably one of your first big festivals, I presume.
Yes, first time in Austin, first time at any festival. So
how's it been?
It's been awesome. I haven't really gotten to go to everything, but even just being here, it's just incredible. It's just awesome. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on everything.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Have fun in town.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. So I'm always curious, whenever people do like costume design, especially for like films that are not necessarily like period pieces, in a sense, how does that work? What's the process for that?
So the process for this one was really special to me because obviously the movie is about like a lot of experiences being a Chinese immigrant in America, and that is really similar to like my own family history. My parents immigrated to America in the late 80s, and so like it was a really emotional process for the research because I was able to look at my own personal family albums for a lot of inspiration, and it was way more emotional than I thought it would be. So that was like a really, really special part of the research process in terms of being able to bring in my own personal influences into the creative process.
It must have been so great to also be involved in a project with, a lot of other, like Asians. Tell me how that was like.
Yeah, it was so special because like the entire creative team, as far as like design heads, were all Asian, and I used to think like, oh, it's okay, that doesn't matter. It's like, everyone can do everything. And then when I had the chance to actually work with a creative team, every single department head was Asian. I was like, whoa, there's actually this like synchronous dialogue that's like shared with all of us that we're able to just kind of tap right into, and it really enhances the end product that we are all moving towards.
Yeah, you don't have to explain Bobby.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you're here at Austin, South by Southwest. Like, how's that?
It's really surreal. crazy. You know, we shot this movie last summer in Atlanta, and so the process from, like, it hasn't even been a whole year since we filmed, and so it's been really, really quick. But I'm so, so, so excited to share this film with everyone. It is wild, it is daring, it is hopefully will make like a lasting impact. And so I'm really excited for you to see it.
Well, I'm excited to see it too.
Thank you.
So nice to meet you.
You too,
Congratulations.
Ronnie. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations on the film.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You know, I was just talking to Michelle a little bit about just how great it is to be able to be involved in a film where, you know, you have so many like Asian, you know, faces and, you know, backgrounds. Like, talk to me a little bit about how that was like for you.
This film was incredibly relatable. Like, even when I was reading the script, I remember feeling really relatable. And I remember when I was talking to Amy, because she's a really good friend of mine, and she's also, long story short, she's also, you know, she's Australian Chinese, and we realized I'm also Australian Chinese, and we met out in LA actually, but we realized we were around the same age. We grew up 10 minutes away from each other, so I could really understand, you know, what she was kind of going through, and she made it a point to hire as many women and as many, you know, people of color for this film too, because I don't know, it was just it's such a personal experience that I think all of us could relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, did you really, I mean, like you're talking about, you know, you had a very personal experience, like, you related to the film, like, were you able to sort of, like, tap into that, or what did you tap into for your role?
I think for sure, because I composed the score to it, and there was definitely moments, I was just saying earlier, you know, I teared up. You know, even when I was reading the script, I was tearing up, and seeing the performances of these actors, like I was tearing up, and I don't know. I hope my music reflected that too, and because that's how I felt when I was watching their performance and what Amy wrote.
I meant to say role in the film. Sorry, not like role.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like,
sorry.
I realized I said that, and I was like, wait, that's gonna sound like I thought. No, that was me. Sorry.
Yeah.
But now you're here, you know, South by Southwest in Austin. Tell me how that's been or how it's going. Like,
oh my gosh, my first time here. I'm just excited. I'm just enjoying soaking up the moment, enjoying all the good food spots that, you know, people have mentioned to me, and I can't wait to watch the film.
Hi, Donnie. I'm Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Nice to meet you.
So, Katie, talk to me a little bit about the film, like your role in it, and, you know, just what it was like shooting the film.
Oh my gosh, well, it was incredible. It was so amazing. We shot last summer, and let's see. I play the receptionist for the doctor. The doctor is key, right there. So the doctor that does all of the surgeries. So I've also had the surgeries, spoiler, and, you know, not the nice person in the film, for sure. But I think it was so exciting to be part of such an incredible film that has, I think, both like really poignant moments and also the comedy. It's like a dark satire, right? And so it was just so brilliant. I remember the table read, we were all like stunned. The cast was just so, at the end, like Amy just wrote the most incredible script. And I had not been a part of something yet that had been so moving, even at the table read, like before we even got to set.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, talking to some of the other people involved in the film, they're talking about just what a great message it is. It's like very universal.
Yes, it is.
So that's kind of cool.
It is, and it was so exciting to have so many people behind the camera as well, who are diverse. Like you have Amy, you have like so much of our cast and crew. It just felt like we were watching people just do what they were best at, and it was the cast and the crew was reflecting the diversity in that way, and I was so moved to be a part of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now you're here at South by Austin.
Yes, I've never been to Austin, so this is my first time.
Did anyone give you any hot tips on what you need to do?
Oh, I definitely went and ate at a sushi restaurant. Oh gosh, what was it called? Uchi?
Oh yeah.
Obsessed.
You know, Jay Franco and Alison Brie just went there. No?
Oh well, I should have
so
seen them.
You might have seen them.
Yes, I was so excited. It was incredible.
Yeah.
So the food here has been amazing. Yeah, if you have any tips, let me know, because I'll definitely go.
I mean, you always got to do classic. Got to get some tacos. Got to get some barbecue.
Yes.
So you can never like find a bad spot.
Totally. I mean, the food so far, I was like, should I move here?
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta, so I was like, this is nice.
Yeah, well, you're more than welcome to move if you want.
Thank
Come
you.
back and visit. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
Nice
I
to meet you.
appreciate it. Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much.
You know, we're talking to a bunch of the people involved in the project, and you know, just how awesome it is to kind of be involved in something that like sort of reflects, you know, our space in a way that, you know, really kind of hits home with people, I feel like, regardless of whether you look like us or not, right?
Absolutely, I think so. I think it's so special, and something I think a lot of me and the girls in the cast and Amy as well is like, regardless of race or gender, just feeling like you don't belong or don't like yourself, like that's what this movie is about, and accepting that's kind of a reality sometimes, and it's okay.
Yeah, I was talking to Michelle earlier, and we were talking about just like, you know, the experiences that we have, you know, personally, like was there anything that you kind of had in your past that you sort of were able to bring into the role or tap into?
Absolutely. I grew up in Washington State in a small town called Tumwater right outside of Olympia, so I was one of very few Asian American, Chinese Americans, and I remember when I was a kid, like, I thought one day I would magically wake up when I was 16 and just have blonde hair and blue eyes. Like, I genuinely thought that that was just how glowing up worked. So when I read the script, I was like, oh my gosh, that's that version of me, that kernel of me, that if I stayed in a small town and didn't really figure out who I was, like, I very much could have ended up more like Joan. And I'm proud and happy that I went to public arts high school and played with style and who I am, but I have so much love for that kernel of who I am.
Yeah, I remember wanting blue eyes for the longest time.
Yeah, right?
So bad.
It would look weird on me. When I tried on the, wait, I don't know if I can say that.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna stop myself short, but it's a trip, and yeah.
Well, it sounds like you might have got to experience what I hope to experience someday.
Someday.
Never know, really,
absolutely.
Yeah. And so, I mean, the movie, you know, you guys just shot it last summer. How's it been so far? I mean, it's barely been a year, right?
Yeah, you mean like what's the set experience of post-shooting?
Yeah, just like, you know, just the whole time of like after you've been shooting and now you're like doing all the press and everything, like.
It's so great to see the whole cast again. It's fun to be in Austin. Like South by has such a special place in my heart. I was here in 2017 for a short film, and I, you know, got this special jury acting prize, and so to like have that be my origin at South by, and then just, you know, and then come back here is like kind of like a homecoming in some way for me. So that's really cool. And you know, since then I was doing a lot of press for Dee and stuff like that, and just to see especially the Asian American community, but the film community in general embrace that movie so much has been really special.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because, you know, at the Oscars, you know, in Nora, they talk about independent film, how important it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I mean, it's kind of having a moment right now.
Absolutely.
You know?
I think it's so freeing and empowering to get to do independent film. Like, I think I grew up acting I started when I was 10, but indie filmmaking and that community is really where I found my home and where I felt like I was being seen for what I could bring to the table, my acting and my passion and my love for it, and the community you get to build. And I think that's so special, and it's really cool, you know, like something like a Nora can be recognized in such a way, and that Sean Baker can use his platform to really uplift really important communities is so special.
Yeah, and films like Slanted, hopefully, you can kind of ride that wave, right?
Absolutely, hopefully,
yes,
you know, fingers crossed.
And, you know, finally, you know, you're here back in Austin.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you're hoping to, like, get to do again, or you didn't get to do last time, you're going to do this time?
Definitely, I'm gonna see some movies, and me and my awesome manager Trent, we went to Cheer Up Charlie's the other night, which is like
right?
so much fun, so much fun. I
great.
got a shirt from there to rep it. I love that place, so I hope I can go again. Yeah.
Congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. To Donnie.
Thank you.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Amelie.
Hi, Amelie.
Hi.
So talk to me a little bit, you know, just get the basics down about like, you know, your role and like how you got involved in the project.
So I got involved in the project first by doing like a regular self-tape audition.
Sure.
And then I read the full script and I was like, whoa, this is an insane film that brings up a really important message that I would feel lucky to be a part of and spreading. And the character, and then I was lucky enough to actually get the project and work on it and film with an amazing cast and amazing crew. And my character is, she's villainous, manipulative, she's very confident. Her charm is and I think she acts as a really important vessel for the message of the movie to exist. And she's not endorsed, she's heavily critiqued.
Yeah, I mean, I think like you mentioned it too, and everyone else kind of, you know, talking about the important message and about how like, you know, you don't have to be like Asian or, you know, Asian American, Australian, you know, Chinese to understand like.
To understand the message of, I mean, it's very real, right? It's the idea of questioning who gets accepted and why, right? And this movie acts as a moment to reflect on that and about the social hierarchies that exist and about the privilege that goes unchecked. And yeah, I hope it really resonates with audiences and sparks really important conversations.
Yeah, really just thinking about like who you are,
Yeah.
like looking at yourself.
Yeah, totally.
It seemed like there was a lot of like first timers on this movie.
Yeah.
What was the experience like shooting it?
We had so much fun. I cannot even begin to tell you. The first day that we were all in Atlanta, we all came to my room, like we were all staying in the same hotel, and we all came to my room and we just chatted and got to know each other, and we spent like 4 hours just building a chemistry before the first day of shooting even started. And the whole shoot was just a blast. Like, I love every single one of these girls so much, and I want the best for every single one of them, and I hope this movie shows you the incredible talent of every single member of the cast, because it's just, everyone is amazing, and the crew is amazing, and Amy is amazing, and I cannot say more good things about this film.
Well, I'm sure it looks amazing.
Yes!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and
Thank you,
congratulations
yeah.
so much on the film.
Thank
it looks
you.
amazing. Talking
Thank
to
you.
a lot of the other cast and
Yeah.
the crew. It's such an important message. I know it's a very personal story to you.
Yes, yes.
Tell me a little bit about like why you felt it was so important to like make a film like this.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Australia, in Sydney, and I love Australia. It'll always be my home, but I definitely experienced a lot of racism when I was growing up there, especially as a teenager, and I immigrated from China when I was 7. So, I didn't know a lot of English during the early years of my life, and so when I moved to America and there was the spa shooting in Atlanta back in 2021 where 6 Chinese American or Asian American women were murdered, that kind of just jolted so many memories from when I was a kid and a teenager, and memories of me waking up every morning thinking, man, wouldn't life just be easier if I was white? And that kind of stuck with me. And I thought, man, I want to make a movie about this. I want to, push people's buttons and make a satirical kind of story and add some genre elements so people can, appreciate it more and not just kind of watch an indie drama and be like, this is a message, to kind of hide it behind that. That's kind of where
I was just going to ask because like you said, why did you feel, did you feel like just adding sort of like the lighter, satirical moments would just sort of like tell the story a little better?
Yes,
or?
I think so, yeah. And also, like, me as a filmmaker, like, I love dark thrillers, I love horror, so infusing that kind of felt natural for me. I've done a little bit of comedy, so it was kind of, but I love satire. I love, like, Nathan Fielder, I love, like, Ruben Östlund, those filmmakers. So I just kind of, wanted to create this mishmash of, all of these different genres, and hopefully people like it.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing great things about it. Another thing you kind of mentioned too, and other people talked about, like, just how great it was to sort of be on a project where there were so many, like, different backgrounds, but also, like, similar ones.
Totally,
So, was that important for you when you were putting this project together?
Absolutely. And on top of that, I wanted to make sure my crew were also mostly Asian American women as well. My composer, my production designer, my costume designer, they're all Chinese American women. That was really important, and the cast is just unbelievable. Obsessed with all of them.
Such a great cast.
Yes.
I hear it's a lot of first timers. What was that like?
Yeah. Fong, who plays the dad, is so good, and he hasn't been in a movie. He's going to blow you. I hope you get to, watch the movie. He's going to blow everybody away. Maitri's obviously done a lot. Amelie, it's one of her first movies. She does.
Right?
What was that?
Nick? Yeah, right?
Nicholas?
Yes.
Yeah. It's his first movie. Yeah. So that's exciting. I love raw talent, and they're all amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm super excited for the
Yeah.
film. Now you're premiering it here at South by.
Yes.
How does that feel? What are you hoping to get out of it?
Oh my God, I feel so amazing. South by is one of my favorite festivals. It's literally a dream to premiere here, and I feel very, very fortunate.
Awesome. Donnie, nice to meet you.
My gosh, pleasure to meet you.
So just to get a basis of for people who may not know, tell me about your role in this film.
Well, me and Shirley Chen play Jo Hunt, a insecure teenage girl who undergoes a very wild surgery.
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah.
She was talking a little bit about it. This film has a really important message, I feel like, and talking to the other cast about just how, doesn't really matter whether you are, Asian American or, Australian Chinese or whatever.
Yeah.
Was it important for you when you saw, the script, for you to be involved in, what was it that drew you to it exactly?
Well, I mean, this isn't my story, and I truly just wanted to get to come and be a part of Amy's vision and her story and be able to bring it to life in a way that felt authentic to her. But I also read the script, and of course the character and the role and everything about it scared me, but I think it's so important to do things that push you out of your comfort zone and scare you. But I also, even though I could never fully understand what Amy or Shirley or anybody who relates to Jo Hunt has gone through, I still know what it feels like to be a deeply insecure teenage girl, and so I really related to that aspect of the story, and I felt like I could at least bring that truth to the character.
Yeah, I think someone in the cast said it's really makes you sort of take a minute to kind of think of who you are.
Yeah, I think that it's a very relatable feeling and a very relatable character to anyone, really.
Yeah, and real quick, you're here at South by, premiering.
Yeah.
How's it feel? What are you hoping people get out of the film?
I'm so excited to be here. I'm from Texas. This is my...
Welcome back.
I know, thank you. It's been so long since I've been in Austin. I think I came here once whenever I was 5, so I'm so excited to be here, so excited to be in my hometown for film the thing that I love. And I really hope that people... I think that that's the most important thing about art, is that it scares us, it confronts us, and makes us think and have conversations that we wouldn't normally have with our family or friends or anybody that we walked out of the movie theater with. So I just hope that this movie starts conversations and turns some cogs in our heads.
Yeah, it seems like it certainly will.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Talking to all the cast, it was such a fun experience. Listening to you guys talk, you guys had a great time.
Yeah.
Tell me about how it was going to film.
It was really, really fun. It was my first time in Atlanta, so that was really cool. Southern hospitality is real, and I loved it. Soul food is amazing. I really just love food, which is also very much so my character in the film. She eats a lot in the movie. But anyways, it was a really fun time. I'm so glad that everyone in the cast is cool and chill, and we got to just be actors that could trust each other in scenes, and that was great. You know?
Talking to a lot of other people, it sounds like you were probably one of the more experienced people on the film in terms of acting. So what was that like? Did you have to mentor everyone?
No. By no means did I have to mentor.
Absolutely
not. By no means did I have to mentor anyone. Honestly, I don't even believe in being more experienced, because my first gig, yes, Never Have I Ever, was huge. That was my first ever rodeo, right? And I think I kind of slayed at that. So honestly, everyone coming into it was exactly the right person and was the professional at their role. So no mentoring here. I didn't have to do shit.
We talked a lot about the important message of the film.
Yes.
And how it's sort of universal. It's not necessarily just
no,
for,
absolutely
people.
not.
Yeah.
No.
But what do you hope that besides that message, people get from watching the film?
I honestly hope people argue. Violently argue. Not violently, sorry. I hope they
aggressively, maybe.
Aggressively,
yes.
With a little sass, a little spark and, oomph. But no, because
respectfully.
Exactly, but still respectful, always be respectful. No, because this conversation that is going to come out of this movie is going to be all different kinds of perspectives, because a conversation about what we're addressing, about this idea of, white beauty, and the idea of a beauty standard and of privilege, there are so many experiences out there that no one film can encapsulate the whole thing, right? By no means are we trying to encapsulate the whole idea of, beauty and white standards in our film, right? But we are having a film that starts a conversation, right? There's so many different perspectives between Joan's character, played by the amazing Shirley Chen, and, Brenda. There's all these conversations to be had, and I think that's going to be really exciting. So I'm really excited just for that, Let the debates begin.
Yes,
let them debate. Yeah.
And then real quick, you just talked about how much you love to eat. What are you excited to eat here in Austin?
Oh my God, dude, barbecue. I heard Terry's.
Terry Black's is a good spot.
Yes, okay, Terry's. I want to go to Terry's.
You just got a couple Michelin star rated ones now.
Where?
There's one called Interstellar.
Okay.
And
Cool.
Leroy and Lewis.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can try those and get
Okay. I'm actually like I'm
Maybe you
mentally
can
writing
get
this
on the
down.
line.
Is it a line?
Oh yeah, it's like crazy.
Okay, no, it's fine. I'm Canadian. I love a line.
Okay,
it's
good.
okay.
Well, be ready
it's
to
okay.
wait. Yeah.
You know what? I love food.
Yeah.
Like the dedication to good food. I'm there.
Get some tacos while you're here too.
Yes. What people really love tacos. I know like there's a lot of South by
Breakfast
Southwest
tacos,
taco
yeah.
like
You
merch.
can really like not.
You can't
like,
leave here without a
be-
taco?
You can't. first
Okay.
of all, and I think everywhere's pretty good.
Okay.
You know, you're not gonna get one and be like, oh.
Okay. Wow. The tacos are the safe bet. Okay. Cool.
Tex-Mex, get some queso.
Okay, that might be my yes. I need queso.
Oh, you gotta get
Yes, I really want some good proper queso.
Yeah.